Good morning, Brett the Stock Picker here. Happy Sunday. Just wanted to share with you guys my picks for the long term that I'm holding in my portfolio. I thought that could help some people out there. So in no particular order, I'm going to read off here and just say the stock name as well as the kind of the sector that it's in, why I like it. So starting number one, Plug Power. I like this because it's hydrogen, the clean energy sector with the Inflation Reduction Act, helping out with this industry. I think it'll do well over the next decade. You've heard me in my previous videos talk about this one. And then I like Axsum, AXSM, because their depression drug got FDA approval. I like INND, which because of the over-the-counter hearing aids getting passed, that's going to be big for this company, and they have had great earnings, exponential growth. Oxy is a good one, OXY. You've probably heard of Warren Buffett being in this one. I like this if it can especially if it can have a little dip, because it's been on a really nice run for the last year. And it's got a dividend, and it's still, cheaply valued. And then also, NLY, Annaly, is just a safe, reliable dividend stock that I've had for years. That's been in my family. It's paying about a 13% to 14% dividend right now. So I just have that being deposited to my bank account every quarter, which is nice, especially in this environment right now. It's nice to have some safe, reliable dividends coming in with that. So I don't have them reinvested. I have them go right to the bank account. It's kind of like a second stream of income coming in every quarter, so that's nice. And then Upstart, UPST. This is one of my favorite ones long term. This is disrupting the loan sector. They connect the consumer with the bank, and instead of a FICO credit score, or FICO uses 4 data points, Upstart is disrupting the sector. Their artificial intelligence uses hundreds of data points to decide if a consumer is worthy of a loan. So for the banks, they get more people, they get more loans at a lower default rate as well from using their artificial intelligence. So that's one of my favorite ones. I'm, keeping with the family. I hope to build generational wealth and pass that down to my kids. So I see that one as a disruptor in the loan sector. It has a good moat there with their AI. I love Disney, because they got the streaming, they got the parks, they got the travel, ESPN, the list goes on. This is very cheaply valued too. So that thing's going to eventually get back up to where it was. Their last earnings report was great too. So I like that one. Amazon, we know Amazon, that's everything. Cloud though, a lot of people are worried about, inflation affecting their business, but that's just one part. The cloud, the AWS is what's really, booming right now. So that, they got Amazon Prime, their advertisements, advertising's growing. So I like that one. And then also Meli, or Mercado Libre, is the Amazon of Latin America. So I like that company as well, kind of like buying Amazon years ago, and their last earnings report crushed it as well. So I like Mercado Libre. Google, I like, again, long-term, because they're everything. They got the ads, YouTube, streaming. They're, innovating all the time. So I like them. And then Micron, MU, I want to have some chip exposure, especially with the CHIPS Act, and they're putting money towards building out manufacturing with chips in America. So I want to be a part of that. I don't like Intel because they're just falling behind AMD. But I like MU because it's cheaply valued, and right now the stock's down, and they deal with, DRAM and NAND chips, which is going to be used in the EV sector. And so I like that one. And like I said, with building out infrastructure and manufacturing in the US, I want that. And with the EV sector, that's, as they say, a data center on wheels. So Micron will be used for that. It's also used for 5G. So long term, I like that one as well. And then the solar sector, is going to be big as well. So I just read today that in California, they're doing a pilot program of putting solar panels over rivers because of the drought. So that makes sense. And I could see that, building or doing that and more over more rivers in the future. But anyways, with the Inflation Reduction Act, I mean, these stocks should do well. So Canadian Solar, CSIQ, I like. Also SunPower, SPWR. And then Tesla, I like them because of their energy sector. Elon Musk says the energy part of Tesla is going to be bigger than what Tesla is now one day. So I like that. So not only the EVs, but a lot of people aren't even talking about the energy side with Tesla. So I like that as well. And then for cybersecurity, that's not going away anytime soon. I like CrowdStrike, CRWD, and Zscaler, ZS. And then I like Lucid, LCID, the luxury EV maker. I think they're in a nice niche market for the future. And then also with, the heat waves, the droughts, all the weather issues that we're going to be facing, with climate change, I like Generac, GNRC, which will do well. I mean, again, it's a backup power, with electricity, all that's always going to be needed. So that's a good one to have. And then I like Boeing. They have a duopoly with Airbus. So though they're not going anywhere, I mean, airlines are going to need to update their planes, over the years, and Boeing is a turnaround story. It's really cheap, and I think they'll eventually make their way back. And now with their planes getting back in service, around the world, that's going to help. And then I like Starbucks. Again, these stocks, a lot of these have been beaten up too, which is good entry point with these. But everyone's going to drink coffee. I don't care. That's not going to go away. The demand for that, everyone loves their Starbucks. That line is always wrapped around the corner, when you're at the drive-through. So I don't see that changing no matter what. And then to have a little bit of China exposure, PDD, Pinduoduo, that's ag tech. They connect the farmers with the consumers. And agriculture, is a big, around the world. Agriculture will be needed, the demand for that. So really, it's just finding the industries that have, low supply, high demand that you see for the foreseeable future. And that's why a lot of my picks are, revolve around that. And then a few other OTC stocks that I have. So I've talked about this one as well in the past a little bit, but Blue Jay Mining, it's ticker symbol BLLYF. This is backed by Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates. This is rare earth metals mining, like lithium, for example, as well as others. This is in Greenland. And because of climate change, because of, the snow melting, or the ice, I should say, now they're able to mine in Greenland more. And so there's all these rare earth metals that could potentially be brought up. So if Bezos and Gates are behind that, I trust that. And so I have money in there. I like that one. And then I did buy another ticker symbol called SAVNF. I forgot the name of the company, but it's a lithium mine in Portugal. And they're one of the biggest suppliers of lithium to Europe. So I have that one. And then the last one I have is WHTCF, which is Well Technologies. So they're a profitable Canadian telehealth company with operations in the US as well. So I think with mental health and things like that, and just illnesses, people can now, talk to a doctor using the computer, and just a lot easier versus having to go in with the transportation. Saves you time, saves you money, and the hassle. So I think that'll be good to have as well. So those are my picks that I have for the long run. Thought that may help you guys out. Have a good weekend.